Desiree Stafford of DesireeStafford.com. If you would like to collapse your monthly income into a week or a sale, check me out at DesireeStafford.com. Today we're talking about how to attract more qualified discovery sessions or prospects for your discovery sessions. Now, I'm talking about this because, how often have you, put out posts, maybe done a webinar or something like that, maybe emailed your list, and you're attracting people to your sessions, but they're not qualified. These are people who are not going to buy from you, and it's frustrating. And then what tends to happen is, and pardon my look away for just a second, what tends to happen is, you start to develop this belief that there aren't any qualified people who can afford what it is that the service that you're providing. You start to create this belief that, all you're going to hear all the time is, I can't afford it. And what does that mean? That means you start to attract more and more I can't afford it people. So that's why I'm doing this video for you. Now, I'm just sharing this with my group, which is why I'm looking away. So that's what you need to understand. You need to understand the cost of attracting the wrong people, right? So obviously you want to attract more qualified people. So how do you do that? So I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do, okay? The first thing is stay in your lane. What does that mean? That means you need to really understand what you are a specialist at. What are you the best in the world at? What is your area of genius, your excellence, right? What is that for you? Whatever it is for you, stay in that lane. That means hone in on whatever you're the specialist at. Talk about anything related to that. And that's it, right? That's it. Because what you want to do is you want consistent positioning in the marketplace. You don't want to be like all these other people who, their message is one thing one day, it's another thing another day. Because a confused mind doesn't buy, right? You want, when you show up, when you're putting out content, that people immediately understand what you do, right? They should immediately understand what you do. And that's what's going to cause them to follow you. That's what's going to cause them to eventually, book a session with you, right? So you really want to stay in your lane. You really want to own your space is what I'm really saying, right? Go narrow and deep. Because that's the way to really make yourself stand out in the marketplace, okay? Another thing is, you want to understand what's unique about you and leverage it, okay? Understand what's unique about you and leverage it. And the reason I'm saying that is because, listen, our industry is oversaturated, right? And it's very easy to get yourself into this place of being just another coach, just another mentor, right? And when you do that, there's no reason why anybody would choose you over your competition. And what I really want for you to understand is that there is no competition for you when you understand what makes you unique. You've got to understand that first so that you can leverage it in your marketing material, right? I can't tell you how many times I've had clients choose me over people with much larger names, much larger lists than me, because of the way that I make myself stand out in the marketplace, right? Because I understand why someone should choose me over someone else, right? I leverage my story, which is something that you can do. I leverage the specific type of result that I help my clients achieve, right? And I also understand my own voice and how to communicate, the way that I communicate versus the way someone else communicates, which is all part of what makes me stand out, which is all a part of why someone would choose me over anyone else in the marketplace that they may have considered. And the same is true for you. So you've got to understand what it is about you that makes you unique and leverage that in your marketing, all right? Leverage it in your marketing. Because that's your job. That's your responsibility, right? To really show up as yourself and figure out what it is about you that will create some resonance between you and your ideal client, because your ideal client is the person that you're here to serve right now. So what is about you and the way that you do what you do that is different than the way that anyone else does it, right? You understand what that is. You make sure that's coming through in your marketing. You stand out, right? That's how you stand out. But you've got to understand what it is that makes you unique. And you can't fake this through branding. Let's just be clear. You cannot fake this through branding. This has to come from the inside out because it's all about what's going on within you, right? Branding adds to everything. Branding isn't the cause, right? You are the cause. So you've got to figure out what it is about you that makes you special and makes you unique so that you can figure out how to position yourself in the marketplace different from anyone else. So leverage that, okay? The third thing is you really want to, I'm gonna say own your shit, right? But more than that, what you want to do is eradicate any beliefs that are currently preventing you from attracting quality clients, attracting qualified prospects. Here's what I mean about that. So many times, your confidence is maybe taking a hit. Maybe you have some, because your clients, let's say, for example, maybe you're getting mixed results, right? Their results are not consistent. Maybe you put posts out or offers out and people are not responding. So then your confidence starts to take this hit, right? And what typically will then happen is, without you even being aware, you can create what's like an invisible veil, which is actually shielding you from the clients who are meant to see you, right? So if you are not fully standing in your worth and your value, if you're afraid to be seen because maybe you're not confident in your ability to deliver at a particular level, whatever it is, whatever the beliefs that you have that are causing your ideal client not to see you, is what's creating the repeated experience of attracting folks who can't afford to invest in you. Now, that's not to say you will never attract someone who will say, I can't afford it, right? I mean, that's like impossible to guarantee that you'll never attract them. But the point here is you can attract more people who are qualified than the I can't afford it people. You can do that. You have power over that, okay? But it starts with you. It starts with you examining what are the beliefs that you have right now that are preventing you from attracting the right people, that are actually, the beliefs that are actually inviting the wrong people, inviting the people who will get on the phone, waste a bunch of your time, and they will never invest with you, right? So you want to eliminate any beliefs behind that, because this is obviously an inner game and an outer game, which is why I work with my clients on both, right? We're not looking for onesie, twosie kind of results, like one time you get a result and then you can't ever repeat it, right? We're looking for consistent results. You're looking for consistent income. You're looking to attract, the best of the best clients all the time. And the way you do that is by understanding these three things that I just talked about. So let me recap for you what we talked about, right? The first thing, as I said, you need to be laser sharp in your positioning, stay in your own lane, right? And show up, with consistent positioning, so people understand exactly what it is that you do. For example, I'm a business coach and I specialize in high-end sales. Everything I talk about is either high-end sales, it's attracting your ideal client, it's the mindset behind making those sales, right? Because all of that is related to what I do. I stay consistent. So there is no question, there is no doubt about what it is that I do, right? The second thing is you need to leverage what makes you unique so that you can stand out in this marketplace, so that people can choose you over someone else. I mentioned that there's been several times where clients have chosen me over people with a larger name than me or people with a much larger audience. And many times I have, the investment to work with me is larger than those other folks. But people are choosing me still because I understand what makes me unique. I understand why they should choose me over those other folks, and I'm able to communicate that value. You need to be able to do the same thing as well, all right? And the third piece of this puzzle is really understanding, what beliefs you have and eliminating those beliefs that are currently preventing you from inviting in the clients who are going to say yes to you on the spot, right? Because we are experiencing what we believe, right? We're seeing with our eyes what we actually believe in our hearts and in our minds, right? So maybe consciously you're thinking, oh, I want to attract better clients, but subconsciously you're resisting that for some reason. So you want to identify what those beliefs are so you can eradicate them and attract to you more consistently the qualified prospects, okay? More consistently the qualified prospects. Now this, by the way, is not about attracting like hundreds of discovery sessions a month, right? That is not something that I teach, because what I'm really about is precision. What I'm really about is having you, maybe attract 10 for the month or attract 5 for the month and have the majority of those calls be qualified, right? People who are going to say yes to you on the spot, people who are not going to give you excuses about not having the money or, not seeing the value in working with you, right? Because that's what's important. You want to be attracting, you want your marketing to be speaking to and drawing to you the people who are ready for transformation now, not maybe someday never. Right? You want the people who are ready for transformation now, because those are the people that you can help. Those are the people that you're here to serve right now, right? And that's a possibility for you, but you've got to be able to really look at the things that I shared with you today and make some changes, right? Because listen, if you're out there thinking that, oh my God, I need to make a sale because I need clients, I really would invite you to reframe and really think about the fact that those clients need you, right? So it's your responsibility, obviously, to yourself and to your family, so that you have the funds you need to take care of yourself. But it's also your responsibility to your prospects, to your clients, to really show up and master what I'm sharing with you today, so you can attract more of these people and actually help them. Right? They're in pain and they're looking for you. And if they can't reach you, if they can't see you, if they can't find you because you're talking about a whole bunch of shit and they can't figure out what the hell you do, or, you're blending in with everybody else so they think you're just another, or, you're really not, owning your worth. So you're kind of hiding from them. You might not even realize it, but subconsciously there's something going on that's almost, cloaking you under an invisible veil of beliefs that is keeping a barrier or a distance between you and the people that you're here to serve, right? So you've got to work through this stuff so that you can really attract the people whose lives are meant to be changed by you. All right? I know it's heavy and I know it's powerful, but it's so friggin' true, which is why I need you to understand what I shared with you today. Okay? So I hope you got some value out of today's video. If you're going to watch the replay, feel free to ask me put any comments that you have in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply. Like the video, whatever you want to do, share it. And until we speak again, I hope you're up to big, bold things in your life and your business. Once again, it's Desiree from DesireeStafford.com. And if you want to collapse your monthly income into a week or sale, check me out online. Take care.